Shannon Martinez, the queen of vegan food, is here. I love your recipes.
Thank you.
You've got a book out, you've got restaurants. Is there anything you don't do?
No, not really. I don't cook meat.
There you go. You don't cook meat.
That's right.
This recipe is from your new book. What's it called?
Vegan with Bite is the new one.
Yep.
And this book's more about food on a budget, really easy, things you can throw together sort of in half an hour to an hour after, you get home from work.
Yeah.
So let's focus on this one.
Yeah, so what is it called?
All right, so we're doing Okonomiyaki.
I'm so happy you said it because I can't say that word.
It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
So essentially it's like a Japanese pancake,
Exactly,
right?
full of veg.
So we're going to do a tonkatsu sauce to start with.
Correct, which is a bit of a Japanese barbecue sauce. So everything is just thrown straight into the pot.
Okay.
We'll start with some brown sugar.
Okay.
Get that in there. Now, here's a tip. So, obviously, we're making vegan food here. There's fish sauce and oyster sauce. There's also vegan fish sauce and vegan oyster sauce.
Right.
So that's what we're using here. So we're going to go, roughly a tablespoon or so.
Yep.
And then in with some vegan Worcestershire sauce.
Nice one.
Yeah.
And good
Next
old tomato
up,
sauce.
Oh, yes.
That's 100% vegan.
100% vegan. Then we're going to use a little bit of arrowroot, mixing it in with a tiny bit of water.
And is that going to thicken up the sauce?
Exactly, make it glossy.
I mean, yeah, it's so easy to buy tonkatsu sauce from the supermarket, but to know what's in it is always, I find, so interesting.
100%, and I think this is one you could definitely make at home. All right, so we're going to let that sit away while I get you to massage some cabbage.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Give it a big pinch of salt.
Okay.
I mean a big pinch, yeah, gorge. Now, rubbing this together will start breaking down the fibres in the cabbage, which, lends itself for a softer mouthfeel when you're eating this.
Shannon, how is that looking?
Yeah, well, seeing it's reduced in size by about half now at this point.
Yeah.
Now we're going to add that rice flour into there and all that juice that you can see collected in the bottom. This is going to start absorbing that, getting sticky.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
which will really help to bind that cabbage. So putting that aside, now it's time for the batter action. Now to start this, what we're using for our liquid is dashi. Without any animal products, without any seafoods, we're just using kombu. Now kombu is a dried seaweed that you buy and rehydrate. And it's just so gorgeous. And this just gives the ultimate umami, salty, seaweedy, ocean kind of flavour. Lasts forever in the pantry.
Nice one.
And just hold it back. And pour it in. This also, you can make a big batch and just keep this in a bottle in the fridge.
Yeah.
So you can add it to your stocks, sauces, anything you want that's savoury.
Nice idea.
All right, are you ready to mix?
Am I ready?
We are going to add baking powder.
Okay. That's going to give it a little lift.
Correct. Togarashi. Now, this is a beautiful Japanese spice mix. This one will have probably orange, sesame, some herbs, some chili, so beautiful flavour, very traditional.
Yep.
Now, the nutritional yeast. Now, do you know much about this stuff at all?
No.
All right, so this is kind of like a holy grail of vegan ingredients. It does have a slightly cheesy flavour, but again, it's super savoury, a little bit salty. It just gives depth. Last up is our chickpea flour. Now, that's going to be our batter for the pancake.
Okay.
All right, it's time for the dashi to go in.
Okay, you want me to do that for you?
I want you to do all the work.
I know. Jeez.
It's my day off.
You're putting me to work here. You have been a very busy lady.
Exactly.
The new Lona Misa in Melbourne at Avolo Hotel. Such a cool restaurant. Congratulations.
Amazing. Thank you. Yeah, it's very fun to have a hotel that's gone completely plant-based.
And there's a market out there, and I think a lot of us want to eat less meat and find yummy alternatives. Yummy alternatives.
Well, that's the main thing, right?
Absolutely.
So that's looking good to me now.
I'll get my mini, I think my whisk is a little bit too small.
A little small, but you did a good job, babe.
Thank you, Shannon. All right.
If you could pass me a couple of spring onions and 2 of those gorgeous king brown mushrooms.
Can do.
And I'm going to get slicing to that cabbage. Let's add all that batter.
Okay. And it's a sticky batter because that's from that chickpea flour.
That's right.
Essentially, this batter's like the glue to all the
veg.
Yeah, and look, we're using cabbage. And what have we got here?
All right, so that is daikon, so it's a kind of radish.
Yep.
So we've grated that up and that's going straight in.
But there's nothing stopping you from using carrots.
Anything you want in the fridge.
Yes.
Things are getting a little bit soft for salad, but they're great for this kind of thing.
Yeah, nice one. Oh, I remember having this in Japan. It was just so nice. When you work out what's in it, it is definitely home-style food, easy to put together.
All right, now these mushrooms, this is going to be a bit of a presentation, I guess.
Yeah.
So some beautiful slices.
Yeah. And in your book, when I was having a little scroll, there were things that said bacon, prawns, cheese. I was like, what is this? I thought this was a vegan book.
That's
But
right.
You're tricking me because it's all vegan.
All vegan alternatives.
All right.
So there's our slices. We're going to place that on later on.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, now next up you're going to chuck in that pickled ginger. I love pickled ginger, so I just throw most of that in. What do you reckon?
All of it?
Go on.
Oh, let's be ballsy.
And that's it. At this point, you want to check the seasoning,
Yep.
making sure you've got enough salt in there, and add, just add to your taste.
You know what? I did put a lot of salt in the cabbage.
So we're good?
It's perfect.
We're good. All right, so it's time to fry. So let's clear some space here. If you could put that gorgeous batter here.
Can do.
And we'll bring the pan closer to us so we're not making a mess of the
Yes.
stove. Now just a nice neutral oil.
Okay. And you want quite a lot, don't you, for this?
Well, I'm not shy with
Yeah.
the oil, do you know? Fat is flavour.
Vegetable fats.
That's right. Give it a little swirl to coat. All right, so you can make small or big ones. Today we're going to make a couple of small ones. So if you can just chuck in half of those spring onions for me, and we'll just finish this off. Just throw them in. Gorgeous, good for colour, good for flavour. Beautiful. All right. Now, into our pan.
Ooh, good sizzle. It's always the fear with these because there's so many vegetables that they're not going to hold their shape. But
Not with this one.
no fear here with all that flour in it.
That's exactly right. Now, these are thicker than, say, a regular pancake.
Yeah.
So don't be worried about that. A nice ladle full. Let's go 3. I reckon we can do 3.
Yep.
Now, to me, this is an awesome breakfast.
Yes.
Do you know, and if you're vegetarian, you could easily have a poached egg with this if you wanted to. If you're vegan, just straight up like this with a beautiful salad on the side or some avocado would be gorgeous.
What about some real bacon? Only joking.
Oh my God.
Vegan bacon, mushrooms.
That's correct. Yep.
Or vegan actual bacon.
Or vegan prawns or anything like that. So we're going to push them in.
What kind of mushrooms have we got here?
These like a king brown.
Yeah.
You could use whatever you like.
Yeah, I love that idea. Usually you chop them all up and put them in the batter. So
Yeah,
it makes it
it's
extra
cute.
meaty. Yep.
All right, we're gonna flip.
Okay. Here you go.
Wish me luck.
Yep. Good luck. Oh yeah, they look good.
Gorgeous. Now it's gonna give it time for the mushrooms to cook on the other side.
So we'll give it what, another 2-3 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll finish it off with the tonkatsu sauce.
Nice.
Okay, now just flipping to make sure those mushrooms look good.
So
They're
good.
gorgeous. Some beautiful colour. Now let's use this one as our beautiful display, I reckon.
I love this idea with the mushrooms.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, such a great idea.
And we're going to finish it off with some of these beautiful spring onions on the sides.
Yep.
Now, our tonkatsu sauce. You could definitely put this in a squeezy bottle if you wanted to,
Yep.
but we're going to go straight from the pan, just with a spoon, a little bit of height, and just drizzle him.
Oh.
And don't be shy, because everyone loves this stuff.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what you're renowned for. Your food's big, it's bold, it's gutsy. It's not like steamed vegetables.
Oh, no. Oh, no, the opposite of that.
Exactly.
Now we're going to just mayonnaise over the top. And then this is vegan mayo, but you can use whatever you've got.
Yeah.
Now we have toasted seaweed strips just to garnish over the top. Some spring onions, just got a little bit more, why not, huh?
Yep.
And then we've got some beautiful black salt.
Voila, just like that, you've got a masterpiece. We've got to have a taste.
Oh, yes.
Okay, one for you,
All
one for
right,
me.
thank you, lovey.
Let's dig in.
All right.
Look at me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see how juicy they are? That radish too is just so gorgeous because it just adds such a moist consistency to that.
You nailed it. That is delicious. The best okonomiyaki you'll ever taste.
Yeah!